Let me tell you something about God, okay? He's gonna show up in the most random of ways when you least expect it. So this weekend we got wrapped up an event, and as I do after all my events, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my numbers and looking at what we made. Now, normally the numbers that we made, I would be so ecstatic about, right? I would be like, hey, okay, that's good. And this weekend when I was looking at the numbers, I was like, it's fine, but there was like this, like, ugh. And not because they weren't good numbers, right? We met our sales goal, um, but because I have to start paying myself, okay? I just got to. It's that time. We have made it to that point in business where I can pay myself and I need to start paying myself. And before somebody, say anything, listen. As a new business owner, well, it's almost 5 years in business, 4.5, but um, from the beginning of this business, everything that we have made, we've put back into the business. We've done that so that we can purchase more product, that we can purchase more ingredients, purchase more ingredients, purchase more materials, be able to expand a little bit quicker. So basically, like everything in just continue to help us to be able to do more. And so along with that, I've also worked a job outside of this business, and so that had been my main source of income. So there was really no need for me to take money out of our business. But as somebody so eloquently reminded me, is you should have been always paying yourself. I know, y'all, I know, but I wasn't. Okay, so here we are. Anyways, it has gotten to the point where when God asked me to step away from that job, I knew I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to start paying myself. So, anyways, lot of back details just to say this. So, because of that, paying yourself, if anybody has ever run a business, like that takes a significant amount out of the income. And so for me, like it wasn't like this money that I get to go put back in the business and be able to, okay, we're gonna purchase more ingredients, purchase. Now you got to pay yourself. And so I was like, ooh. So then that number didn't look so nice, because it was like a big chunk of it is coming out of the business. And so nothing wrong with that. I made enough to pay myself, made enough to remake my product and all of that. Um, but I was having a hard time with it because it was just like, God, but what about our profit? Because that profit is where you grow. That profit is where be able to purchase new equipment, be able to do the things that you want to expand your business. And so for me, I started to worry about the how we were going to get to the next steps and what's to come next. And as I was sitting there and kind of like in this like state of like, oh well, what now? God had to remind me to trust him. He like, girl, he gave me the idea for the business. Everything we have needed for this business up until this point, he has taken care of. Literally every piece of equipment we've needed, even the things that we've just wanted to do for the business, he's sent it. He's used other people to be a blessing, or he's done like some way he's taking care of it. And so he had to remind me, like, are you gonna trust me, or are you gonna trust your plan about it? And so anyways, fast forward, we're doing this event yesterday. This lady walks up to us and she's sitting there patiently waiting, and I'm in a rush because I'm trying to set up, I'm trying to hurry up and make sure I get to her. And I don't like making people wait. I be feeling bad, so I'm trying to hurry up and feeling in this like tizzy trying to get done. And this lady, she just sitting there patiently, peacefully, and I'm just like, so she ain't say nothing. She just, kept waiting. And so she hands me a gift, a donation for our business. And I looked at her. She said, yeah, I saw the donation page on your website, and so I just wanted to give a gift. And I said, well, we're not collecting anything, you know, right? Well, not that we're not collecting anything, because we're always accepting donations on that site to be able to, you know, do the things that you can't always do in the business. Like when you're reinvesting it back into your product, it's hard sometimes to do those bigger things. And so we're always accepting donations, but there was nothing in particular that we're looking to do at this time. Well, let me not say that. Some stuff that's a little far off, but like no immediate thing. And so when she and I said that to her, and she was like, that's okay, I, you know, I still want to give it. And I was like it really just blessed me so, because it literally was that reminder of like God saying, I got you. Don't worry about what money you're able to pull in and all of this. I'm going to take care of all of those needs that you're trying to plan for, that you're trying to position yourself for. I got you. Trust me. I will send people. That lady came out the blue. Okay. I don't even like, and she said, like, you know, just listening to her when I was sitting there talking to her for that moment. And it just like, that blessed me so much, because it really was a like snap back to reality moment for me to be like, hold on, it never had nothing to do with me, never had nothing to do with my bank account, never had nothing to do with my own abilities to make this business work. It always had everything to do with whatever God has positioned me for, or whatever he's telling me to do or step out in, he will provide for it. And so I don't need to worry about all of the things and trying to plan it all. And so I just really wanted to share that first, to if she ever sees this. I mean, I thanked her in person, of course, and I hope she knows how grateful I am. But I'm also grateful that she allowed God to use her in that way, because it truly was a reminder, like I say, that God provides the provision. Like when he say go, he takes care of all of that. When the Israelites were in the wilderness, he provided the manna for every single day. He provided the water. They didn't have to figure it out. God did that. God does that for us too. That didn't change 2,000 years later. He's still a provider. He's still the one that does all these things. So if you're in a state of God has told you to do something and you're feeling fearful and don't want to really step out in it, like walk, take the step, follow whatever instruction God is giving you, and trust him to provide whatever you need to accomplish whatever goals he's putting you towards. And that's anyways, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on here, because this video get real long, because I get winded. But I just, like I say, that just blessed my life, and I wanted to share it with y'all, because I'm sure that the stuff that happened is never just for me. And I just really believe that there may be other people who are worried or stressing about stuff, and I just want y'all to know, like, God got it. Okay, my saying for this year, my it's on God's tab. Like that is my, and I'm holding firm to that, because he ain't asked me. He ain't asked me. And so I'm gonna stay on my job, okay? I can't do God's job. It ain't in my pocketbook, okay? I don't know where it's coming from. And I don't need to worry about it, because he didn't ask me to be worried about it. He didn't ask me to figure it out. And so I don't got to. I gotta do all that. And there's peace in that. There's peace in just being able to rest in God got it. God will take care of it. I'm just trying to be a good steward over whatever he gave me and move forward in it. The rest of that is on him. So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to keep trusting him. And I paid myself. I did, y'all. I'm going to grow up. I'm growing up. I ain't going to say I'm going to grow up. I am growing up. I did the thing, and I'm trusting God, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how else he will show up in this business. And here we go. Get them spices while y'all here. Bye-bye. Love y'all.